Well, first of all, I just love them. I mean, it's such a great group. They come in every day. I think they want to be great. And so I think they're resilient. I think we've seen that at different times. We're close. I mean, I think they walk away saying they can compete with anyone in the country, but we have to get better in some areas, and I think we can. So, we've talked a lot about the journey. That was kind of what we wrapped up after we finished the Illinois match of, hey, we're close, but we got to go back to the gym and get better. And it wasn't about winning that match, even though we wanted to win it. It's about winning matches in November and December, and that's what we're focused on at this point.
The Big East Conference opens up this week. You had some motivation in the coaches' poll. You're not picked to win it. Are you still motivated, this team?
Excuse me. Yeah, we're excited to get going in the Big East Conference schedule. One great thing is you're playing one match a day. You finally, I think at this point now we can go back to training a little bit. A lot of times we're just maintaining bodies during the non-con. Sure, I think I liked being picked second. I think there's positives to that for sure, but it'll be addressed a little bit in our locker room of, respect. But with that said, every team is good. We play DePaul, who struggled some, and then we play Marquette right away. So Marquette's very, very good, and but the balance is we've got to make sure we focus on DePaul, and then on Saturday, focus on Marquette at that point.
How do you go about approaching the conference, because the teams you play night in and night out maybe aren't the caliber you play in the non-conference?
Well, I think what people maybe don't understand is it is good volleyball every single night, and I think sometimes the numbers don't show that, and I'm not saying it's as strong as some of the matches that we've played, but the great thing with volleyball, and you're seeing this with some of the upsets, is the parity in volleyball is getting better and better. It used to be, Baylor's a good example. They beat Wisconsin one night and then they lost to a 225 team the next day. And we're seeing that more, which is a great thing, I think, for our sport.
Do you think this is it the best Big East has been since you guys have been here, or is it up there, trending up?
I don't know. I think I'll have a better idea once I see people on the court.
You cracked the top 10 this week. What does that mean going into the Big East Conference to be in the top 10?
Well, I think, it shows respect, and I think it's good for recruiting. But again, it really is a number. We're happy to be in that mix, but it really is what we do, the rest of the season going forward that really matters.
I know you played DePaul, but just kind of summarize this matchup with Marquette on Sunday afternoon. What's this going to be like?
Well, Marquette has, the player of the year on their team, Allie Barber. She's hitting incredible numbers on the outside, carrying a ton of load and hitting at a high clip. She's really, really good. And then they've got lots of other pieces that are very, very good. They're very offensive. We're going to have to control their offense to be successful. I haven't watched really very much at all. I've started on DePaul at this point, but I'll dive into them a lot more tomorrow. Some of our staff has watched them, but I talk to their coach pretty regularly, and I know that they are a confident team and playing very well.
Do you think conference play is a second season or just another game on the schedule?
No, I think, I approach conference play, especially as a second season, if the non-conference goes poorly. Because, then it's a starting over point. And that's not the case this year. I feel like we had a good non-conference. But yeah, it's a time to kind of refocus on our goals. And, there's no question it goes back to zero. You hear, 0-0, 1-0, 0-1 in the conference. And so we will, have a chance to kind of refocus and regroup and go forward again.
Paul's got the new coach, obviously. Starting over point for them. What stands out to you as far as the keys for you in terms of getting a win on Friday?
I think Maria is a great coach, and I can see that she's trying to do some new things as I'm watching the game. I think it's a match that we need to control what we're doing on our side more than anything. I think we've got to put pressure on them and make them uncomfortable. But I don't know if it's anything tactical other than really focus on playing clean from our side, not giving them points. Where we could run into trouble, I think, is if we make a lot of unforced errors. And we've done that in some matches. So that's going to be something that we talk to the team a lot about.
Brittany got named Defensive Player of the Week. Just what have you seen from her over the last few weeks out there?
Yeah, Brittany, I think, is playing really well. She passed really well this weekend. She's covering the court defensively. I've really liked her leadership on the court. She's more assertive. I mean, she's always been assertive, but she's been more assertive, showing that leadership on the court. I think the other thing is we have more depth in defensive specials positions than we've ever had. We've got 4 really good DSs. You see 3 of them, but even Grace Nelson, I would feel very comfortable putting on the court. So I think Brittany knows, she's got people challenging her, and I think that's made her step up. She's a competitor, and I think, she kind of relishes that.
I'm really excited for conference play. It's going to be nice to play some familiar teams and especially get going and moving on with the rest of our season. Non-con is always really fun, but it's really busy and a lot of games. So.
Learn about this year's team through that kind of gauntlet of the non-conference schedule.
Well, considering we do it every single year, I think it shows where we can be and what we have to improve on. It shows us what great teams look like and what we have to do in order to beat them.
How motivated are you since you were picked second in the Big East preseason poll by the coaches?
I think we kind of focus on not necessarily what the rankings are, especially just because you can come out at the top of the ranking and end last. Like, it doesn't matter where you start, it's kind of where you end, so that's kind of where I'm focused on.
But you gotta feel like that was kind of a slap in the face.
I mean, definitely, everybody wants to be ranked number 1, but you can't always get what you want, you have to earn it.
What about this weekend facing Marquette, ranked in the top 25? I know you got DePaul, but what about that matchup on Sunday afternoon?
Honestly, we can't even think about Marquette until we have our game against DePaul. That's our main focus right now. It's our next game. We play it game by game, so yeah, that's what we're focused on.
What are you telling the newcomers and the freshmen about conference play?
I guess we haven't really talked about it very much. We always talk about how crazy non-con is, and then we never even talk about what conference is like, but conference is tough as well. Like, these are really good teams. We have a lot of great competition, so I guess kind of just focusing in that we have to win. We have to go into each game thinking that we have to win this game in conference too.
Is this the best the Big East Conference has been since you've been at Creighton, you think?
I definitely think there's been, I don't know, I think that's tough because there's been so many great players that have gone through the Big East that it's kind of hard to say which year is the toughest, but definitely having 2 ranked teams in the Big East is great for us. And Marquette's doing really well, which is awesome.
What about the home court on Sunday afternoon? I mean, this is going to be a big crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had to tell people to come on Sunday, what would you say?
Well, one, we have a brand new court. That's what I thought you were talking about. That's why I was so excited. But yeah, I think that we want to pack this gym. We want to get it really exciting. It's our first week of conference play, so it should be fun. Come out.
Are you able to give a little hint on what the new court's going to look like?
It's beautiful, and no, you have to come see it for yourself.
Okay, we're going to go look at it right now.
Okay.